So this is a Lunar Clubman SE. It's going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake and your connection to the car. This is all stuff we'll take you through in person here on site. In the front locker you've got your gas regulator on the bulkhead and gas pipe work. If you've ordered the Caravan, that will be connected, ready for collection. Coming down the side of the van you've got your heating and hot water flue on the side of the Caravan. Which you'll never cover up, always leave this open so it can breathe. And then below you have your wind down legs, which are there to stabilise the Caravan, not lift the Caravan. If you lift the Caravan off the ground with the legs, you could potentially damage the floor of the Caravan. You then have your water pump connection, which pushes into the side of the van, and the water pump drops down inside the ACK roll itself. I'll show you how to fill the system once we go inside the van. We've then got our 110 amp leisure battery with mains power lead coming to the side. Terminals on top so you can disconnect the battery if you ever need to. You then have your fridge vents on the side of the Caravan, and at the top one of these you have your gas flue. The heating, essentially they're there to let hot air out the back of the fridge unit and take some cool air in. So like I said, hot air will get blown out of these and it will take some cool air in to keep the back of the fridge units cool. The motor mover and wheel nuts will demonstrate the motor mover to you here while you're here on site, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts before the Caravan leaves site so you can see they've been tightened correctly. Two grey waste pipes coming out the side of the van. They are essentially there to allow the waste water to come out the front, so the waste water the fresh water that goes in the front has to come out somewhere, and that's essentially your water pipes that you've got at home when the water comes out of the sink. You've then got your toilet flush tank at the back of the Caravan. Take the cap off and it will take 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. I advise you get yourself a little funnel or something for this particular van so you can put the fluid in as you need to. Below that you've got your toilet waste cassette. You pull up the green handle at the bottom and pull the cassette towards you. There's a turnout neck on top of the cassette that turns out. So you can tip the waste away, and there's also a green pressure relief button on the back of the cassette, so when you're tipping the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. You'll put 1 litre of water in there prior to use and a cap full of the blue fluid, and the cap off the neck that turns out is the measure for the toilet fluid. On the back of the Caravan on either side you've got your wind down stabilising legs again, and like I said they are just there for stabilising the van and not lifting it off the ground. You then have a storage locker for accessing the storage underneath the bed in the rear of the Caravan. Storage locker for underneath the front seating area, your wind down leg and your barbecue gas point. We're going to go on the inside of the Caravan now. And above the door you'll notice you've got your main control panel for the van. You've got your main power on and off, you've got your roof lighting, your water pump run, your awning light, and obviously these blue lights indicate they are turned on. Voltmeter or battery level on board the Caravan, and then you've got some options you can scroll through here for your control panel. First thing you're going to need to do is fill the water system up on board the Caravan. So underneath the seat on the right hand side front of the van you'll notice there is a yellow drain down valve. Now that yellow drain down valve for you to fill the system needs to be parallel with the floor. If that valve is upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, all of the water from the system inside of the van will drain back out of the Caravan and onto the floor underneath. So to fill it, parallel with the floor, as I said, with the yellow valve, upright to drain. You'll then come over to every tap on board the Caravan, open them all up on the hot side. As you can see, the engineers have already filled the system and the van is in the workshop at the moment, so bear with us with the tools inside the van. You'll open all the taps up on the hot side. You won't shut them off like I've just done, but you would come into the bathroom, open the tap on the bathroom sink, or kitchen sink, sorry, and then the washroom sink, sorry, and then the shower as well. At that point, once all those taps are open, you'll come over to the control panel and you'll hit the water pump button just here. Now when the water system is full, you'll have water running continuously out of every tap on board the van. To start with, it's going to spit and splatter slightly, just till it's got the air out the system. Once it's running freely, as you can see it is now, you can then turn all of the taps off onto the off position, and you'll be able to start thinking about warming the water on board the Caravan. You'll also be able to start heating the heating system up as well at that point. So the control panel by the door is here. You've got power on. And you'll turn the control panel on. You've got an indicator in the top right hand corner of the screen to indicate that we've got mains power coming into the van. And below that you've got your current room temperature. So that's what the thermometer means here inside the house. That's your room temperature. You'll press the menu button to go into the options. The first option you're going to come to at the top of the screen is your internal room temperature, or the set for the internal room temperature. So essentially your thermostat, you go up or down to set the temperature. When it's at 5, the heating is essentially turned off. All the way up to 30 degrees, obviously the heating's on its highest setting. Below that, you've got your water temperature. So you've got water on when the bar's halfway up, and then you've got water boost when the bar is completely full. Below that, you've got the amount of power you have coming into the Caravan to supply the heating and hot water with power. So you've got either 1, 2, or 3 kilowatts available on this Caravan. It will depend on the amount of power that's coming into the Caravan from the Caravan site you're on to what you set that to. Here on site we can run 1 kilowatt, so that's what we've got it set to. At the bottom here, you've got your option to run gas. Now, before you ignite anything on gas inside of the Caravan, I'd advise you turn the gas bottle on in the front locker, come inside to the hob and make sure you've got gas running through to all of the hob, oven and grill, and then try to ignite the gas system on the heating and hot water. You can use it as a combination with the electric and gas at the same time if you want it to boost even more or heat up even quicker. However, if you've got the mains on, it will still warm up. It just won't quite be as efficient as if it was on the 3 kilowatts. To turn the gas supply back off, you'd essentially hit the gas button again, so it goes to the blue option here, or the blue button, and that is the heating, the gas option turned off. You have got some advanced settings in here, which if you go through the manual that comes with the Caravan, they will explain these in more detail. The microwave inside the Caravan is actually an eco microwave. So to turn the microwave on, when it's turned the screen off, you need to press the eco button just here and it will wake the complete microwave up. Hob, grill and oven all work very much the same as your household appliance. 240 ring at the back will only work when you've got 240 mains connected to the Caravan. Below that, you've got your fridge. Fridge power on and off on the left hand side, so you can turn the fridge off just here. Turn the power on with the power button on the left hand side of it. You've got your 240 option just here to be able to use 240 mains as a power source, and then you can control the temperature of the fridge on the button on the right hand side. You can also use gas as a power source. Now if it ever fails to ignite, it'll actually flash the blue flame symbol just here and the red warning triangle on the right hand side. That is also a reset for if you want to reset the gas system if it does fail. But again, I would advise you go to the hob and ignite the hob first, so then you have gas through to, or should have gas through to the components on board the van. So to ignite it, simply press the gas option just there. It will click away and ignite, and if it fails to ignite, like I said, it will flash the blue warning light and also the pilot light, sorry, and the red warning triangle on the right hand side. If you're towing down the road and you want to use the fridge as a cool box, you can also do that. However, you'd need to connect to the car first, then come inside, put the power onto the fridge and select the 12 volt mode on the end here. It will not run off the 12 volt mode from the Caravan, it is just from the car you're towing with, as long as you have the right connection on the car and you have a 12 volt live in that system. So when you're on gas or mains, you'll be able to control the temperature of the fridge on the button on the right hand side. However, if you're on the 12 volt mode, it just turns the fridge into a cool box and not a fridge. So the last thing we go through on this particular Caravan is the toilet system in the bathroom. To flush your toilet, you've got a very simple press button in the middle. On the top here, you've got an indicator light to let you know the toilet waste cassette is not pushed into place. The symbol here will let you know you need to put in more toilet flush water and chemical. The light here will let you know that the toilet waste cassette is 3/4 full, and the light here will let you know when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. So you obviously fill that from the outside, as we've already been through, And on the front of the toilet, you have your toilet waste handle, which you pull out before you use the loo. So it allows the toilet waste to go in the cassette underneath the van. One thing to remember with the toilets is on Caravans, you never use bleach on them as it can potentially stain them. So something without bleach for cleaning any plastic products on board the van. One thing to also remember is when you are using the loo on board the van is to remember these Aldi towel rails do hold heat for quite a while, so watch yourselves with them if they have been on or are on, as they do get very hot. So this is a Lunar Clubman SE. If you have any further questions on the Caravan, please don't hesitate to call, and we'll be more than happy to help. We thank you for the business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect your Caravan. Thank you for now. Bye bye.